Hey guys, it's Wes here from Next Venture Motorsports. We are going to show you how to install our newly released Jeep JK 3.8 liter V6 skid system, and it is available with UHMW. What we have here is Brian. He's one of our excellent aluminum TIG welders we have on our team, and he's been nice enough to let us do an install on his Jeep. He's got 42s, he's got 1 tons on it, and for bonus, he's also got long arms on this, so we're going to show you how you need to go about clearancing the gas tank skid for the long arm system. Public service announcement. Don't be like this guy. This job is so much easier if you have the least amount of gas in your gas tank as possible, i.e. leave it as empty as you can get it before you do this job. All right, start off this skid install. First thing, we're going to take off the factory TK skid, and then we're going to move on and we're going to loosen the factory gas tank skid. We're just going to loosen it, and then we're going to put some straps through it to hold it up. There we go. Well, I was wondering why this bolt doesn't have anything tight on it, and it turns out that bolt right there is holding this up, so it's got to come out. Not a huge deal, but what it is, I guess. Okay, so one trick that we like to do is we like to take some thin welding wire, TIG welding rod, run along here, wrap it on itself, put some tape around it. That way we can slide it in between the skid and the gas tank. Oh. Okay, one thing you can do to kind of help as we move this strap back, I just put a little spacer. It could be wood. I'm just happen to have a piece of 1/4 inch. So I'm going to take it and I'm just going to kind of put it underneath the gas tank, just to kind of help hold it up a little bit off the gas tank. That way it kind of helps. And when you have a really heavy gas tank like this, take one bolt out at a time. That way you don't have to worry about. So I've got the strap past this bolt, so I took it out. And I'm just going to put it in a little bit. Same thing with this one. I'm going to pull this one out. And we will then move the strap past this bolt. Just kind of work it back and forth a little bit. There we go. So what you're looking for is, as soon as you get this ratchet strapped up, I just found a hole in the rock slider right here, but as I'm tightening it, I can see it's lifting the gas tank up, that is what we're looking for. Okay, now that we have the factory gas tank skid out, we need to install our main cross member, and then we're gonna install this other gas tank cross member. So that way we can get it all bolted up in there, and then we can take the straps off. One added benefit of our skid systems is the fact that since we're adding our own cross members, you can pull the gas tank skid off and not have the gas tank come out of the vehicle. Okay, once you have the factory gas tank skid off, what you'll want to do is you want to put our main cross member on, and this will locate into a factory threaded hole right here. And then over here, you'll have to drill a hole over here. And then to provide that, we will put a nut stick in here. And with the nut stick, you want to start with the factory exhaust just behind the TK. So you want it to go up, in, over. You'll want to twist it where this is straight up and down. Slide it in, line it up with the hole you drilled. Put your bolt in, and then you want to start your bolt. So the hole you're going to drill over here is going to be a 5/8 hole, and you want to make sure it's from center of this hole. It's going to come over, and it's going to be 7 5/8. 7 5/8 to the distance from here to here. Okay, so now that we have this cross member on, and we have this cross member installed, we can now take our strap off, so we can get that out of the way. This bracket is going to look different than what you guys get. We had to make a custom one because this guy's running a Synergy long arm kit, and normally our bracket's going to go up and it's going to tie into the factory gas tank mount right here, and it's just not going to allow for that. So we made a custom bracket for this guy. But normally you'll want to get this one bolted up. Once you get this one bolted up, then we can start installing the gas tank skid. Okay, so as you can see, we've got everything clearanced here, and in order to do so, we've left the UHMW off, so we'll go ahead and get that installed next. But we do have it cut for this Synergy long arm bracket right here. We do have this cross member temporarily installed to hold the gas tank, and we will need to remove this bolt and then reinstall it when we go to put the skid on, because it ties the skid and the cross member in place. And once you get the gas tank skid, you'll need to put on this little corner piece. It'll go on right here. In the hardware kit, you will notice that you'll have 2 Allen bolts that are longer. They have these funny looking washers on them, and that's what they're for. They're for putting this on. So we'll go ahead and get the bolts installed here real quick. Basically, you'll just put the washers on like that, with them facing down like that. I'm just gonna tighten these guys up. It's gonna be a 7/32 Allen and a 9/16 socket. Okay, once you get done tightening them, you want to put these little buffers on here. Okay, so we got the gas tank basically in place here. What you want to do is you want to get this bracket bolted on the outside loosely, and then you want to get this one bolt down here. You want to get it loosely. That way, once we get the back of the tank up, we'll be able to put that bolt in and that bolt in over there. Okay, so in your kit, you're going to have 2 of these, and you're going to install one of the bolts that's provided, and then it helps you put it in the cross member like this. Once you get this set up, then what you can do is then you can use it to help install this bolt. Okay, now that we have the gas tank skid all loosely installed, we have all the brackets just loose right now. We don't have anything tight, it's just hanging up there. Next we gotta install is our transfer case skid. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put it up right here, and there's a couple bolts that go in the back. So we're just gonna put a couple in here, just kind of hold it in spot so I get the front taken care of. All right, now that we got the back just kind of held in spot in place, where you're going to get this one started like so. Okay, so in the kit, you're gonna have your 3/8 bolts, and we're gonna put these in these 4 locations back here. So we'll get these all started. Provided in the kit, there's a longer carriage bolt versus all the rest of them. This longer one, there's actually 2 bolts right here. The longer one's gonna go in the front, and the shorter one's gonna go in the rear. All right, so this one's gonna go right here, like that. Kind of doing it blind here. Oh. Okay. Next, we're gonna install this factory bolt right here. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this bolt in, which is a factory bolt, goes in the factory threaded hole. Once we get everything tight, then we'll drill the hole for this bolt that will go right here, and there's a nut stick that'll drop in right here. Okay, so next, we're gonna put on our engine skid. This is gonna be our passenger side mount, and you can tell because it's got this little kick on it right here. Driver side one is just straight, and these get mounted to the outside. All right, so we got our motor mounts on. Next, we're gonna lift this up in place. But before we do that, you want your two countersink Allen head bolts, and they're gonna go into here. And if you notice, there's a wider flange here and a skinnier flange over here. That's gonna go on the bottom just like this. And then these bolts are gonna go through just like that. Okay, so these bolts are gonna go right here like so. And then what we'll do is we'll use our handy dandy screw jack. Line up like that. And then this one lined up like so. All right, once you get all your skids on, we're gonna start by tightening these 4 Allen bolts first. We'll get these all tight, and then basically then we'll start with the gas tank, getting everything tight on it, starting with these bolts down here, tightening the brackets around, tighten these rear brackets. Then we'll tighten up this guy. We'll get everything tightened up. And then once we get everything tightened up, we'll drill this hole here, and then this hole over here. All right, now that we got everything tight on this, we're gonna go ahead and center punch both these holes on both sides of the frame, and we're gonna start drilling some holes. Okay, so we want to finish drilling our holes with a 5/8 drill bit. Okay, so on the driver's side, for this hole that we just drilled, we're going to use this nut stick right here, and it's going to go right here in the side. Okay, so now that we have the driver's side one in loosely, we got to put the passenger side one, which it's going to be the shorter one, and it's going to go in this little pocket hole right there. Want to say thanks for watching our install video on the Jeep JK 3.8 liter V6 skid install. We hope we answered any questions you guys may have with installing the skid system, and as well with any concerns you guys may have with clearance in the gas tank skid around any long arm brackets. And action.
57. Go.
Keep track over here too. I don't have a memory card, but put it around my neck.
Oh, yeah.
Wait a minute. How do you know that? You looked left. You looked left. You looked left. You're lying.
Oh, that's how I'm lying?
That's what I'm gonna do now.
That's what I'm gonna do now.
That's what I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna do it right now. Hot now. Oh, that works great.